I swear yesterday it must have been over 100 degrees here, and I never thought of Kansas that way. And today it's already 91. I stopped for a second and went to go get my plug for my phone out of the car, out of the camper, and I was attacked by hitchhikers. Hitchhikers, what are those little stickers that hitchhike on your clothes, and those stickers are so fine, and so tiny, you would think that how could these suckers hurt? Well, let me tell you something, they hurt. They hurt, and I got one in my finger, and I got it out, but it hurt. So now I'm gonna sit up here and do my GPS and get my seatbelt on too, because I gotta move Danny. Sorry, I got my seatbelt on. So what is the dinging about? It says it's in park. Oh, it's dinging because it says my door is open. Well, my door is ajar, and the reason my door is ajar is because I have my shoes down there. And the reason I have my shoes down there is because they have hitchhikers all over them. They not only were all over my clothes, but they're all over the bottom of my shoes. And I didn't want to bring them in the car, but I'm going to show you. I tried to get most of them off, but see, there they are. Those little hitchhiker stickers. Oh, they hurt. Sometimes Danny gets them stuck in her hair, and oh my goodness, they hurt her so bad. Oh, here comes another camper. So I'm going to turn my GPS on so I know where I'm going. I'll be right back. So I was traveling along, making my way to Ausia's birthday bash. Yes, and I made it through to Arizona, and then I was texting with Scott and Terry, and they told me about this place, this Bowling's Flying C store here, and it's a truck stop. And then when I got there, I was like, oh, I've been here before. I love to shop here. But it had been pretty hot. It was 101 when I left Kansas. So here's my spot. I'm parked here. I didn't get to park in the great spot that Terry and Scott told me about because there was like 20 trucks there. But in the morning I went in and I went shopping and I had breakfast at the dairy. Oh, excuse me. And I had breakfast. And then I saw this big stuffed buffalo looking for a good home. $19,999.99. Okay, let me write a check. They had some cool stuff in there. I really like this store, and I've been in there before. I totally had forgotten about it when I was traveling. Okay, you won't talk now.
I am wisest of men. Hear truth from medicine man.
You know what? I've stopped here every time I've taken I-40 to Arizona, and but I totally forgot about this place because you see so many cool things along the road. Anyway, so I stopped here and I did have a good night's sleep. Yes, it is right on I-40. And yes, there's a lot of traffic, but you know what? I was like, the traffic was like dead to me. You're dead to me, traffic. No, that didn't bother me whatsoever. He's shaking. And we're gonna hit the road. I've got to get my oil changed pretty soon. I don't know. So I hope you watch my video that I did before this one, the of me with Barb, the farmer's wife in Kansas, in the state of Kansas, and we did. I got to make butter, yeah, and ghee, and it was so cool. And yum, it was so good. And I was canning my own butter, which was great, and it did have a long shelf life when I canned my own butter, but I didn't separate the fat from the butter. You know, I would just keep mixing it in, and it takes a little bit longer to do it that way. I think for now on, I'm just going to make ghee because I love ghee. I think it has a great flavor in your food, and it's clarified, and it is, you know, it has a great shelf life. I mean, 5 years, you know, 5 years. I just wish I could put it in plastic, you know, but you can't really, I don't think you can. You got to make sure it has a good seal, otherwise it will go rancid, I think. I'll have to ask Barb about that, but I think it has to be canned properly. So I'm on my way, getting back on I-40 here in New Mexico, and I love stopping at these little places because I really like my Indian wear. I love my Indian wear. I love my moccasins. My granddaughter, Stella, my little one, she loves moccasins also. If I see something, I'll say something. This truck is on fire. What's all that smoke? And he's still driving. That truck is on fire. In between, that's a lot of smoke. Does he not know it's smoking? It looks like it's coming from the area where you hook the trailer up with the tractor. Oh my God. I'm sure those other guys told him. I mean, I got my CB on. I don't hear no chatter about it either. This is where I stayed last night. I met Shalom on the Roam. Check out her channel, Shalom on the Roam. Donna. I met her over here. Oops, I'm getting ready to pull out. And there's the spots are a little uneven. You have to get level. And there's a cattle gate when you first cross over the entrance in here. Doesn't have any rules, but I'm sure it's probably 14 days, kind of thing. Not sure. But this is where I stayed last night. Met Donna. And it wasn't bad except for the people that were in a tent across from us. They were just talking all night long, it seemed like. Keeping me awake. So, but it's really pretty here on this roadway. A lot of trees, a lot of forests. But I do have the coordinates for it. And it's right outside the city of Flagstaff. Forest Hills Drive and US 180 are kind of like two cross streets. Hey everybody! Well, I'm just a few minutes away from the birthday party. We're gonna have a good time. They say it's your birthday. Do 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 do. We're gonna have a good time. You may not see any video from me for a bit. I mean, I'm gonna set up my Starlink, but I'm going to relax and have some fun, and I'm not necessarily going to be doing a lot of video. I'll do a little bit, but not very much, because, you know, people don't want a camera in their face all the time, you know. So it'll be minimal. Plus, I don't want to have to be carrying around a camera and Danny, you know. We'll see. Well, I made it to the tribe base camp. Yes, I'm at Nomad Ranch and at the Pandemonium base camp. In the distance over there is Ellie's camper. I am in what they call the scrapyard. Bruce is way over there, his property. And it's a nice little turnabout here. If you'll see, it kind of goes like a it's kind of like a cul-de-sac. And I haven't got my camp completely set up because, you know, I came in yesterday, and then I did a little weed whacking, and then I lost my string for the weed whacker. But there is my camp right now. And I run my generator. I've been having trouble with my refrigerator, so I didn't want to interfere with anybody else's, you know, peace and quiet. Ed's Nomad Ranch is over there. So I am camped over here on Ed's property. And it was supposed to rain yesterday, but it didn't. I mean, I think it drizzled for a few minutes, but that's about it. And today it's at 80% chance of rain, and sure enough, we have rain. So it's very overcast, very cloudy. So I'm cooking breakfast. Cooking my breakfast. Got my coffee. You know, I gotta have my coffee. Ooh, yeah. Making eggs and sausage and eggs. I bought some. Now, I think my refrigerator is staying a little cool now, so I'm glad about that. Either that or it's just still cold because I had it on the generator, and the freezer's working fine. So I'm making some sausages I bought at Safeway, and I'm going to have eggs and sausage and French toast because I'm not going to turn on my generator to hook up my toaster today. I could, but I'm trying to save on gas. That's what I'm doing. What are you doing?
Ask your doctor if Latuda is right for you. Pay as little as $0 for your first prescription.